Here we go. Travis, welcome to Les Scary House, Part 1, Claire's run-through. So, funny story. I've actually already played all of Claire's run-through and Leon's run-through, but the audio was so bad on the first half of this that I'm just doing it over again. I tried to do voiceovers and it didn't work. It sounded terrible. So, we're doing it again, but it's super quick. So, the way that we're doing this sort of run-through is just so you can see how in the remake, which you saw me play last year, whether you play Claire or Leon's story, they're basically the same story, right? There's no change in like the layout, the items you pick up, the order in which you solve things. There's very, minor differences, right? Everything's basically the same, right? Which is a critique about the game, because Resident Evil 2 Remake did a lot of really good things, like it really expanded upon Kendo as a character, Ada Wong as a character, gave her much more agency, made everyone way more interesting, right? What you're going to see in these videos that their characters are like caricatures of themselves, like they're terrible. Ada and Leon fall in love, and they have this whole romantic talk at the end of Leon's game, and they've been together for they've spent like 15 minutes together, and they're like, "I love you," and it's like, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So we're gonna play it again. The thing that I love about the original game that I wish that they had expanded in the remake is that, as you're gonna see in the opening FMV, the opening video here, is that Claire and Leon get together. They have intersecting storylines, but they're completely distinct, right? The idea is that they're doing their own thing. So the reason we're doing Claire A is because, as you'll see, Sherry Birkin, the little girl we meet, just like in Resident Evil Remake, she gets incubated by William Birkin, who's infected with the G virus, and that's an integral plot point. And then we have to go with Claire A, because then we get Leon B, the second playthrough with Mr. X, right? That's canon because of how things resolve with Ada, whereas if we play Leon A, it resolves differently and it doesn't work out. Because as you know, Ada Wong is, well, maybe you don't know, Ada Wong is alive. We see her in various other games. We see her in, I think, Resident Evil Damnation. It was like a direct-to-DVD movie a few years ago that came out, sort of like the Netflix one you were asking if I'd seen. They're not great. They're always, half-assed, a little bit of fan service. Somebody's going to watch it. They're not great. So yeah, anyways, we're going to start here. That's basically all there is to say. Yeah, so we'll just play. We're going to play through. The other thing I'll mention really briefly is that in Resident Evil Remake, my biggest surprise was that you start in the police station, and then within 20 minutes, it looks like you're done with it for the first time, then you have to go back a little bit more, and then you leave the police station fairly quickly, it seems, and then you spend a ridiculous amount of time in the sewer, which I hated, and then you get to the chemical plant. In the original, most of the game actually takes place in the police station, like most of the time, and the work you have to do to escape the police station takes place there. And then, as you'll see, we're in the sewers for all of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we get to the chemical plant, and we're only there as well for 15 minutes. So once again, I hate the sewer in Remake, so I love the fact that it's a super short thing here, but that's it. Anyways, here we go. So just going to turn this down a bit because it's quite loud in my ear. Is it still full screen? Yeah, okay, here we go. Claire's story, original game. Normal.
Resident Evil 2.
If you play it on easy, I think you just get a bunch more ammo, and, this game is already super easy, so.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation of the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of Stars members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
Oh. Here comes Claire Redfield, zooming in on her motorcycle.
I'm finally here.
Guy's a maniac.
Why'd he
he
bite
bite
me?
me?
Classic.
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello?
Om nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom
Look,
nom nom.
I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening?
Stay away.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great. The
insane.
radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
What gave it away, Claire?
Yeah. First day on the job.
Police car,
Great, huh?
the police
Name's
uniform.
Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Your brother's a
I'm
cop?
Claire,
I don't know.
Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you. You okay?
Still in one piece.
The truck. Oh no!
Maniac's gonna whip us! Run! Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
So that's how they split up. It doesn't matter whether you're Claire or Leon. You start on the left side of the car as if you were the one driving. And so Claire's going to be... It looks like she was on the driver's side. It doesn't matter. Let's go here. And so that's just important because when you finish the first game here and you beat the game and you get to the end credits and you get your rank, then it prompts you to save again and it lets you start over Leon's game from the beginning, but loading that save file lets you start the alternate side of the story on the other side of the street, and then you go into the police station and you do things in a different order. You do a lot of the same puzzles because they had to recycle some stuff, but the order in which you pick up everything is different in the second version. The monsters are harder, there's just many more of them, there's less ammunition. But as I mentioned before, you have so much ammo in this game. As long as you don't kill everything, you're fine. It's pretty hard to run out. I remember when I first got this game, I'd never played Resident Evil 1, so I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand tank controls. I didn't understand why I was running out of ammo here, because you only have 13 bullets. It took forever for me to realize you have to run from most monsters to preserve ammo. This is Kendo's gun shop. Kendo here is kind of a bit of a sleazy, one-liner, one-dimensional flat character who dies right away.
Freeze!
And it's a great example of
Who are you?
how well
What are you doing here?
they did the character in the
Don't
remake.
shoot!
Because
I'm a human!
Kendo's fantastic in the remake. Here, it's a bit of a douche. He's like, sorry, baby.
Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on.
Creepily locks the
I
door.
ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
So yeah, calls her babe, darling. But when he meets Leon, he doesn't use any of that shit, so. Just gonna grab these bullets. And these bullets, Kendo's gonna die. For some reason, the gun shop owner didn't have a gun. Just had this bow gun. We could have looted it there, but we can loot it again in the police station pretty quick. And the bow gun it's only really useful for zombies, unfortunately. Like, Leon gets a shotgun that's good for, like, everything, and when you upgrade it, it's good against... You can, like, solo the whole game, no problem, with just the shotgun. Claire gets the bow gun, and it's trash. Absolute trash. Just take a bite here. I don't know why I took a bite there. We have more than enough ammo, but... Certainly one of the reasons why we have so much ammunition at the end of our playthroughs is because I've played it so many times that we just know there are some places, like here, where we don't have to kill everyone because we're never coming back here again. So you don't have to waste your resources. It's the same reason why when I do Leon's campaign playthrough, Mr. X is everywhere. Mr. X is scary as hell the first time you see him, but you'll notice in my playthrough, I run away from him every single time because he doesn't follow you, he doesn't drop loot, he's just like a bullet sponge. So, yeah. Just like in Resident Evil 1, the knife is useless. You can beat the whole game with just a knife, it just takes a really long time. So this game came out in like 1998 or something, well before I had internet, before the internet was really popular. So you would learn about all these challenges just through like video game magazines like GamePro and all that. Like here, for example, if we had made it all the way to the police station without picking up anything, so bullets, right? Then there'd be a special zombie here, Brad Vickers. Brad is the helicopter pilot of STARS, and he's technically in Resident Evil 1. You don't see him, it's just mentioned. So he's a special zombie. If you don't pick up anything, he would be here. We'd kill him, we'd loot him for a special key, and then you'd get a costume change. That's something I didn't know as a kid until like years later I read it in a magazine and I was like, what? Get out of here. Same thing if you... I think there were challenges to, like, if you beat the game with only a handgun, you get something special, I think. Like, so I've already played this game through twice, so I already know that once we beat it, we got an A rank on both playthroughs, which just means we did the play in under 2.5 hours. We saved a few times. In this, we only saved twice. I thought I would save more. I only ended up saving because I was like, well, I'm going to take a break. And then I left. And then I don't use first aid sprays. And when you get an A rank on your save for your next playthrough, you get like infinite machine gun, infinite rocket launcher, which are fun things, but as I said, the game is, we're so used to we know where everything is that we don't ever need it. Okay. Let's go see Marvin. What's up, Marvin?
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives, but no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
I always wondered about that. They talk about the survivors in the other rooms. There are no survivors that he would know about. He's dying, but he had enough strength to lock the door. Cutting edge computer technology. So the only real difference between Claire and Leon in their basic default kits is that Claire has a lockpick here, it's just part of her kit, whereas here Leon would have a lighter. And we use a lockpick really just to open things like this, locked drawers. First aid spray, we are not taking that. Like I said, there's an abundance of ammunition and healing items. Did you see the liquor? If not, rewind. He went past the window. But yeah, there's an abundance of ammunition and healing items, and for some reason, they never really explain why. First aid sprays lower your rank, for some reason. Even though a red and a green herb, which you find everywhere in abundance, does the exact same thing. So, I'm not particularly sure why... Come on. I'm not really sure why first aid sprays are take your rank down. So scary, so scary, so angry. So yeah, those are Lickers. Lickers are supposed to be like the spiritual successor to Hunters from Resident Evil 1. Hunters were terrifying, but overly punishing because hunters had a few animations which were like they were bipedal, like giant frogs almost, and they could slash you, which did moderate damage. But then if they went into this kill animation where they launch themselves into the air and swipe at your head, even if you had a decent amount of health, it would lock into that animation and kill you and cut your head off. So I think they got rid of that because it was too punishing, it was too random. Whereas Lickers will still kill you, but they don't have a one-hit kill instant animation. We're going to come in here later. We need to find a lighter first for a puzzle. I say puzzle, but it's a fireplace we have to light to get a stone. I'm being far less careful on this playthrough because, as I mentioned, I've already played through the full game and Leon's campaign, and I'm just re-recording this up until we are about to leave the police station, which it's like an hour play or more, but yeah. Here's one of the first puzzles. It says here, something is written on the mounting, when the god of sun and the god of moon, their gaze upon me is the only thing that can release my red soul. So, like a classic Resident Evil puzzle, just need to push these things into position, make them face the statue, and then we'll get the stone. This is one of those things that's removed from the remake completely. So many of these puzzles, right? The spirit of trying to figure things out is still there in that you need keys, so you have to like go around the police station to find them. But these puzzles are almost entirely removed, right? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Resident Evil 2 Remake only really retains a few puzzles. I don't know if you remember, one of them is when we're in the sewer and we're trying to open a door, and we have to take these 4 plugs, and they have chess pieces on top, and then we're given clues as to, it's a logic puzzle for the order in which you have to plug these in. That's kind of like one of the few puzzles that remains in Resident Evil Remake. But these are older, classic survival horror puzzles are always fun, so. Take the first red jewel. And so I didn't explain it, but our whole objective right now is we're exploring and trying to figure things out, but ultimately we're just finding the keys to escape the police department by way of the sewer. That's what we're doing. Pick up our grenade launcher, which is Claire's ultimate weapon. Very strong. You can pick up grenade rounds, flame rounds, or acid rounds. Grenade rounds are good for everyone, good for zombies, good for bosses. Acid rounds are strongest when it comes to bosses. And flame rounds are basically useless, except at the end of the game they're excellent against these giant plant creatures that can poison you. But otherwise we don't use fire. Remember, this is a mid-90s map, so fax machine is very plausible. Assuming you can pause the video if you want to read this. Basically, the story's the same as in Remake, so this is just proof, information about Police Chief Irons, that he's corrupt, he's being bribed by Umbrella, that he's largely responsible for many of the problems in the city because he's covering it up. What's the word? And hiding the fact that there was an occurrence in the mansion in Resident Evil 1. So, he's one of the bad guys. Police Chief Irons in Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's an example of an excellent way of adapting the character, because that guy was fucking crazy. That guy was insane. What made it even scarier was the fact that he was chasing Sherry. zombie jazz hands. Should be a mod where they stick their hands out and then go, yeah! Sneak by. Oh, never mind. Which way are you gonna turn? Which way are you gonna turn, buddy? I just realized you're not gonna see it because in my first playthrough, at one point in the game I had to go buy a bunch of liquors, and I was really low on health. And this one liquor let me like tiptoe all the way behind him without seeing him. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can do that again, but it's gonna be lost. Okay, so this would have been another puzzle, an old fountain, something is written here. To obtain the key to open your heart, I'll wait for the unicorn, beautiful beast. So this was one of the cool things about, I'm sure I don't have to tell you, but you know, the older survival horror games where you would inspect everything, you'd read that, and you'd be like, unicorn, and then we'd make our way to the STARS office, find a unicorn medallion, and be like, oh, that's where we need to go. I'm sure some of the effect is lost on you here, because I just remember where everything is. Okay, here's our first key. There's 4 in total. If I remember correctly, Claire only uses 2 or 3 of them. Leon, I think, uses... Maybe they do use all 4. I can't remember. So as you can see, liquors, I mean, they can be problematic, but their movements are pretty predictable. You just need to bait them into launching out their tongue, going into a launch attack. Ink ribbon. No. I just realized I had the grenade launcher, so we can kill it. Just trying to remember if we ever have to come through here again. I guess we'll kill it because I know we do have to come back here at least once more. Yeah, at least once more. Because the lighter, I think, is in the upstairs waiting room. Alright, so we just picked up the crank. The crank we'll need later in the bell tower to lower some stairs. That's just like Remake as well. I don't think this is the key for this room. It's not. Okay. Back upstairs. We'll just stop real quick here. This is just one of the save rooms, so it has an inventory box, so we can just dump some stuff. It also has a dark room here. If you find film throughout the game, you can develop it here. It's never anything important. It's always like Easter egg stuff, like pictures of characters from Resident Evil 1, like Rebecca, maybe Chris, Wesker, all that. But it's unnecessary towards beating the game. Those 2 lockers on the side is where you have your alternate costume change if you had found the special zombie Brad Vickers. So something that's super interesting about this game is that they created it and developed it. I'll try and find a video and send it to you. And it was Leon Kennedy was a character, he was set in stone, and then the other character was a girl that looked very similar to Claire Redfield. She was wearing all red, but she was, I forget forget what her name was. It doesn't matter, but she was a professional motorcycle racer, and she came into town and just got swept up in this. And I guess her character didn't play well. Like, nobody really liked her character when they tested it. So there's actually a whole early development version of the game where you can see her. I think she's like blonde, wearing like a full motorcycle outfit, and then they replaced her with Claire Redfield, and then just connected the Redfield to Chris Redfield.
Help me!
That was the first time we saw Sherry Birkin. Leon!
Leon!
Claire, you made it.
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
So this is the first intersecting point between Leon and Claire. You'll see me talk about it when you do the Leon playthrough, because he starts on the other side of the car crash at the beginning of the game, and then he gets to the police station. He's going in through the back and going upstairs and dealing with Mr. X. He comes through the library, and then his first cutscene with Claire is him after seeing Sherry and then meeting up with Claire. So that's what's cool about it, is you have these intersecting storylines and everything comes together. So when that didn't happen in Resident Evil Remake, I was disappointed, because you realize that they had decided to instead just make one story for all characters, and that was it. So yeah, very disappointing. Here's the library. Something else I really like that you'll probably appreciate too is that, you know, you're getting a look at this, the original Resident Evil 2 police station, and then you saw what it looked like in the remake of Resident Evil 2 and 3. It's the same thing. It's a very interesting adaptation. Sorry, here's a puzzle we have to look at. Move the bookshelves. And now we've got our third interpretation of the police station in Dead by Daylight. So it's super interesting seeing all these adaptations of the map. Oops. Nope. Will you take the Serpent Stone? So we need to collect 4 stones to unlock the exit to the sewers. This is the first one. It's actually 3 stones, but one of them is broken in half. See the pool of blood that appears when he falls? The pool of blood is how you know that they're actually dead. If they fall down and there's no pool of blood, they're still alive. Oop. The downside of fixed camera angles. Can't see when you're running into a zombie. Oh, come on. The other criticism of these Resident Evil games in general is the amount of bullets it takes to down a zombie is completely out of your control, often random. That guy took 3 bullets, the guy before 10. So, one of the nice things about the remake, obviously, is you can shoot them in the head, and that's why it's so easy to have a ton of ammo left over afterwards. What do I need? Just gonna leave that there for now. Like, I'm sure there's an optimal route to go to the police station that's fastest. I don't know what it is. So we're just going as best as I remember. Oops. And I'm being very careless with the zombie bites. But it's because I know I only have to get to like halfway through the game, and then I'm not going to keep going forward, so it's like, we're fine. Here we are on the roof. This is where the crashed helicopter, which is a mystery to us, but then Leon, when you play through him, since you come up through this way, you get to see it crash. Okay, we get two things here. First of all, this is the valve. We'll need this throughout the game. Here, in the sewer. And here is our bolt gun, or bow gun. So, as I mentioned, the bow gun on itself is... it's fine. It's good for dealing with individual zombies, but they have to get, like, right up close. You can only kill one at a time, I think. They're not good against lickers, they're not good against bosses, right? It says 18, but it shoots, for some reason, 3 bolts at a time, so you only have 6 shots. It's kind of nice that Leon B is canon, and the official way to play, because Leon's weapons are so strong. Oh, the zombie changed clothes. Both zombies changed clothes. All the zombies change clothes except for the girl. So yeah, Claire has her handgun and the grenade launcher. Grenade launcher is good, don't get me wrong. But Leon gets an upgrade to his handgun that turns it into like a semi-automatic. He gets an upgrade to his shotgun that makes it super strong. And then he gets an upgrade to his magnum that kills almost everything in one hit. So... Okay, so we've put out the fire, and now we can get to the wreckage of the helicopter. So now we have to find the C4 and the detonator to clear the debris, so that we can go inside and get more items. I think now we'll have to go get the gem. Yeah. Do I have a key on me? I do not. So I'll use the bow gun here, just to show you how it's... good against single zombies, and that's about it. Here's a safe. I somehow keep remembering this code after years. It never changes. Here. Okay, at least killed them both. And I have one shot left. So that's why. It's not a terrible weapon, but it's mostly a terrible weapon, so. So you kill some of these zombies, and we have to come back here, so there's no way around this. Just trying to remember where something is. I'm talking to myself here. Okay. I think I know where we're going. So one of the reasons this game could be confusing when you first play it, if you've never played it before, is because you do have to go back and forth so many times. So like right now we're just grabbing the lighter. Grab the gem too. Grab the lighter so that we can get the second gem. We put both gems into a puzzle next to the room where the helicopter was burning. And I think that gives us a key to keep exploring, but I can't remember. Either it gives us a key or a piece of stone as part of the puzzle. I think it has to be a key though, because there's nowhere else we can go right now. That's unlocked, I mean. It's a fireplace, an oil painting hangs above it. The title is A Sacrifice to the Hellfire. Anything to pick up? No. For some reason, there's nothing there for Claire to pick up, but when Leon searches the same spot, he'll find handgun bullets. it's interesting is that it'll tell you when you've used a key and it's useless, you can discard it. But there's several items like the lighter that it never tells you when you're done using the lighter. So like we'll use it here. Murder. And then we can use it again both in the sewer and at the chemical plant, but it's not mandatory. It's just to like find more ammunition. So, but yeah, a ton of stuff they just don't tell you that you have a lot of, or you don't need it anymore. Okay, so this is the key. I guess it's both. We get a key and we get probably a stone. And then in a moment we'll just check and see which doors this opens because I can't remember. Very nice. Oh yeah, it is half of the blue stone. And then if I remember correctly, this key is going to open... It's purple? So... Yeah, so the... On the left-hand side, this blacked out area that you can't really see, that's it's like the police offices, right? There's like a little welcome desk for Leon's, where Marvin is, basically. And then the one on the right is, it's going to be for another stone, it's in the interrogation room. Running through my head where something might be because I don't want to go to the interrogation room because we have to go back there later anyways. Once we find the key of clubs. It's a green key, but I don't remember where it is. I'm just remembering I'm going to take the grenade launcher with me into the file room, the evidence room, because when I played this last time, like I said, I'm redoing it because the sound was so bad, but basically, I went into this room thinking, I'm pretty sure this little room is empty, and it's full. There's like 6 zombies in this tiny little room, and I'm like, oh my god, and it was one of the many times I kept saying I should have saved, because in the first playthrough, I think I almost died a couple of times, and each time I was like, why didn't I save? Like, why? So what I was saying before is that I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't remember if they were official challenges or unofficial challenges, but like beating the game with a handgun only or a knife only. I think if you beat the game with only a handgun, you unlock something special. Just by beating the game with Claire and Leon and getting an A rank, which I think is the highest rank we could get, we unlocked the infinite rocket launcher and machine gun in our inventories when you load those games up. But I don't know if you get something different by beating it with a handgun only. I just can't remember. Alright, let's grab this. So this is the evidence room where we're going to find a C4 explosive to clear out the helicopter. Come on. Scavenging zombies are the worst. Okay, so this is film we can develop. We are not taking this. These are fine. Bowgun bolts and C4. And we just need the detonator, which is, I think it's in here. Like, I think the C4 is in the locker and the detonator's in the desk here. Ominous music for Marvin. Poor Marvin. For some reason, it turns into a very white, creepy zombie. Yeah, the detonator's right here. Neat. Yeah, we can go back out this way. Grab some ammo. Here. Unlock the door back to the hall. So now we can really quickly move between the whole police station. I'm kind of hoping there's a key in the office. Even Claire's outfit, her clothing in Remake, it's such a well done reimagination. Because this outfit it's ridiculous. I don't really know what she's wearing. It's like, it looks like black Spanx and like a spandex shirt and then like matching red. I don't know. It's very strange. Okay, so let's leave this. Let's grab this. Since the bowgun is really only good for zombies and the ammo is not that, you don't come across it very frequently, it's quite sparse, we'll just use this until we run out. Okay. There we go. This is Police Chief Irons' office. We meet Crazy Chief.
Oh,
I'm terribly sorry.
I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Yeah.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection.
So creepy.
But it will soon putrefy and she will turn into a zombie within the hour like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely.
Yee. What's up, Ira? What's going on, buddy?
And to think that taxidermy used to be my hobby. But no longer. Please. I'd really like to be alone now.
You got it. Now, if you remember, maybe you don't remember, but in Resident Evil Remake, I didn't actually play the extra campaigns. Like, when you finish the game, you could play, I don't know what you call them, like, extra campaigns, right? Where you could either play as Kendo, or you could play as this girl, right? And the idea was that you would be trying to escape a certain something, right? And then that would fit within the story, but wasn't really part of the story. So we do see her character developed a little bit there, but still she becomes victim to Chief Irons, who I think kills her. I don't think it's a zombie in... there's a key in here. I hope there's a key in here. I don't know what else we'd be coming here for. Besides Sherry. Who dat?
Wait.
Let me go!
Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie.
Yeah.
You're safe now. Leon, come in. I found the girl, and I've cleared the wreckage that was blocking the corridor.
Got it.
My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents are?
They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits.
The chemical plant? Then, what are you doing here?
My mom called and told me to go to the police station because it was too dangerous to stay at home.
From the look of things, I'd say she was probably right. But it's dangerous here as well. You'd better come with me.
But there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me.
What was that?
That's what I was telling you about. It's here.
Sherry, wait!
So I don't know if you remember William Birkin, the first sort of boss you fight underneath the police station in Resident Evil 2 Remake. You know, the good news is that both characters get to fight him, which is neat. We're gonna leave this here. Because when you play this in Claire or Leon A, you don't actually meet William Birkin until much later in the game, like almost towards the end of the game. Whereas Remake, you do meet him right away, which is neat. Now, I thought we were going to find a key here, and we didn't find it. So, where do we go now? Chief?
Chief?
Oh, just the key. It's just it on the desk here. Okay, this is the key we were looking for. It's not exactly the key we were looking for. It's a key we were looking for. This right here, there's a button below the picture. Will you push it? Yes. This is where we're going to put our 3 stones. This is going to open up a door here, and that will take us to the first boss fight down below. And it's also how we escape the police station. Just look at the map real quick, make sure that, yeah. So as you can see on the unfilled, the dark section on the right, we've got the purple, green, and blue lights. Those are the colors of the keys we need to get through. We just picked up the red key, which will let us go to the basement. And then we'll save the purple key later, because we're also going to need the green key anyways, to pick up something to use in the bell tower. What's in my inventory? Okay. Just gonna dump some things in my inventory box. Let me do that here. Okay, so I think we only use this key to open one door and then we toss it, so I think we'll get rid of it right away. We haven't really had this problem, but inventory management was a big deal when you first played this game. Because you're finding all these weird things. Here's a key, here's a red stone, here's a red jewel, here's a stone. Which of these things do I need right now? So we were constantly running back to the inventory box. And now it's basically just shove everything in the box. Keep going. We are actually not too far from finishing up at the police station. We just need to go to the basement, do a few things there, grab a few things in the main room, up to the bell tower, and that's it. Then we are out of here. Great. So, got rid of that key. 5 inventory slots. What's up, Iru? Iru's staring at me because it is early enough that we could potentially go for a stroll outside. Just head down here. Oh yeah. We do have to play as Sherry, which is unfortunate. Any second now. Any second now. No, I didn't know there were 3. When you shoot them, it sounds like they're saying butthole. 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 Except when they die. It's weird in my mind, I always remember the basement being this big area we spend a lot of time in, but we're literally just going to play as Sherry for like 3 minutes, come back, check out 2 rooms, and leave. Even Leon doesn't spend that much more time in the basement. He has to go to the parking garage. There's also a really cool part coming up that I'll explain. One of the better parts of the intersecting storylines is coming up, and I'll show you why.
Sherry, I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried.
Claire sounds
We've got to
really
go now, honey,
here.
okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
No, I won't.
What's the matter?
Don't you trust me?
Don't you trust me?
So weird.
It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
Wait, Sherry, don't go alone.
Sherry!
Sherry! Sherry!
Playing as Sherry is a breeze because when you encounter zombies, they just vomit in your area. They don't attack you. Unfortunately, we're approaching dogs here, and dogs just do their regular, annoying attack. Yep. And I think Sherry has a first aid spray, maybe? See, a little weird. Sherry just knows to jump down here and solve this little puzzle for some reason. That's it. There we go. And then you fill this up with water and walk across. If you fill it up at first, you can't get across, so you have to jump down here. And they don't explain why, but the last key that we need is here. For some reason. There's the green key. And then normally I would cross the bridge with these dogs and go pick up some ammo for Claire, but since we're only playing until the halfway point, we're skipping that. Dogs look so funny. And terrifying, but you know, funny. What about you, Iroh? Could you be a zombie dog? He's ignoring me.
Claire! Are you there?
Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here!
Thanks, sweetie. Now, why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me.
Claire! I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way. I can take care of myself.
Wait, Sherry, come back! Sherry! Sherry!
So this key does two things. One is open the room upstairs we need, but specifically... Oh! Crap. God damn it. Okay, I don't think we're gonna die, but I'm just gonna... There's another one. So, okay. Anyways, go into the autopsy room. We don't have to come in here. It's optional, I think. So, zombies here. I have one shot left. Two. So we are going to carefully move by this liquor. We don't even need to do this. I just really want to show you this one room. It's important. We need to get to this room here. It's nice that liquors are fairly docile. Slowly. As soon as you start running, they usually attack you. So there's a herb here. And so the whole point of this was to go into the autopsy room, which you didn't have to do, to get a key card to come here, turn on the power, to then use the key card to get in there, and that's the armory. And the armory, as you'd expect, has ammunition, and it has a very special locker. I'll just grab this. So this locker is very special, and it's the whole cool thing about the intersecting storylines. It says there's a machine gun and a side pack. With the side pack, I can carry more items. It's just going to give you 2 more inventory slots. Will you equip it? So what's interesting about this is that because, like I mentioned, you play through the game, and then when you're finished, it doesn't... Remember, old PlayStation games, you needed the memory card, right? It didn't save anything like a computer. There was no cloud save or anything like that. So you would save the game as Leon B, put in the next CD, and then start playing Leon's second playthrough, which is neat, right? But it would remember whether you take or leave something here. If you take the machine gun, but leave the side pack, then Leon can take the side pack, or you can do it the other way around. You can take both items and leave nothing for Leon, or you can leave both items for Leon. That's what we did, or that's what I did in the playthrough. We left it all for Leon because Leon's playthrough is more difficult, right? The machine gun is excellent against the bosses that he fights, so we left it for him. In this case, we are going to take the side pack just because we're not playing through this whole game. And we're going to leave the machine gun because it takes up 2 inventory slots, and we don't need it. We don't need it. We're just going to run by this liquor and then keep going back upstairs. But that's just one of the really cool things about the intersecting storylines, is that actions have consequences for your future self. Like, once again, when you played Resident Evil Remake, everyone was going to play both Leon and Claire's story, right? So how hard would it have been to just have these few places where you know that they both meet up, and then it tells you if you take this, it's going to affect the other person, but they didn't have anything like that. Okay. Normally we would take those acid rounds, but we don't need them right now. We are literally almost at the end of our police station playthrough. So we're heading to the interrogation room where we're going to find another stone, and then we're heading to like a press conference room to find something for one more puzzle. Oh, come on. Come on. I hate this bow gun so much. Oh my god. This is the worst. Okay. I know I'm being less careful because this playthrough doesn't matter as much, but oh my god. This weapon is so... useless. Okay, what's on the table right now, it's an electrical cable. You can use those to close the shutters in some of the hallways, because if you stick around here for too long, then the zombies will break through and they'll come through. But if you close the shutters, you're fine. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna run out as quick as we can. Well, hope we don't die. 'Cause I forgot this guy was here. Woo! Oh, that was suspenseful. Oh, I thought we were gonna die. Alright. Okay, second last puzzle. Order is 231. And it's interesting that they call this a puzzle, right? Because, I mean, it's a process of elimination. If you do them out of order, they just shut off. So it takes like 2 seconds to figure out the order. Not that I'm gonna remember, but if I had brought one more item with me, we could have gone straight to the library. Just have to stop here and grab it. That's it, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. No, that's it. That's it. See, acid rounds are excellent against lickers, usually a one-hit kill. Whereas if you remember just a little while ago, grenades, like 3 rounds. This is what I was just talking about. It's like the electrical panel on the side, you could have used the wiring to close off that. But I'll say, it's really weird that this even happens, because in this playthrough, like with Claire on your A playthrough, you never have to go back to those hallways. So it's like, there's no danger, right? There's no point in going back to close them, right? You don't get anything out of it. It just takes you longer to get where you're going. And then when you play as Leon, that happens like 5 minutes, 10 minutes after starting the game. And there's no opportunity to close it. So it's kind of weird that it even happens. And I just had a thought. I wonder if you can close it as Claire and it'll stay closed for Leon. I'm gonna try that now. I hadn't thought about it, but maybe that's why you're supposed to close it. Maybe it's for Leon's sake. It's not like you're short of ammo or anything, but maybe that's why you do it. Alright. Here's the clock tower. Just gonna skip past that. And that's it. We've got everything we need. So now we head back to Police Chief Iron's office and head down to the elevator. I'm so curious about those shutters now. I'm really wondering if it's for Leon's benefit that you would close them. And it's never occurred to me before because the timing is way, way off. Like, Leon sees those zombies, you know, that cutscene happens for Leon when Leon walks in through these doors, and then right before he meets Claire for that very first cutscene. So it makes no sense to close them now if it's gonna happen later. Anyways, I am rambling to myself now. And that's it. I'm going to stop here because I know that when I started recording the second part of my playthrough, that I started here, I grabbed whatever items I had, I'm sure they were different, stones, and then we went. So that's it, Travis. This is the first part of Le Scary House. Now you'll see me playing like 2 days ago, the second part of this playthrough. And that's it. I hope you have liked it so far. Here we go, Travis. We're gonna keep going. Le Spooky House, Part 2. So, I know I voiced over the first part. Volume should be fine now. But if you remember, we just got all the pieces to escape the police station, and now we are going to go fight our first boss.
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
Mysterious evidence left on the ground. So this is just like a remake game. They are bribing the police chief.
Claire!
They can control the city and do whatever they want.
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
So you've made it this far. Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Shut up! You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin?
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out. The monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. I just can't take the pain.
Okay, bye. And yeah, that was the boss. Really, really simple. I don't want to jinx it so we don't die. Knock on wood. But the normal mode of the story is pretty simple. Pretty easy. So creepy. Big old sex dungeon.
You came back!
I can't believe the man who developed the G-Virus is actually her father.
What's wrong, Claire?
It's nothing. But I think I found a way out of here. We should be able to find someplace safe if we can just make it out of town.
But...
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I promise. But you have to make sure you don't leave my side. Leon, are you still there? We're leaving.
Are you crazy? The streets are still crawling with zombies.
It'll be all right, trust me. We found a way to the sewer. Follow us later.
Claire! Claire! Wait, wait!
begins the worst part of every video game in, the old PlayStation games, having an AI-controlled character. So, if you run too far ahead of Sherry, she gets scared and lost and just sits. So you have to run. Right? You have to slow down. Yeah. Luckily, Sherry can't die, so that's okay.
Come on, let's get out of here.
So that's William Burton. That's her father, creator of the G-Virus, injected with a G-Virus.
Sherry? Where are you? Sherry!
Claire! I'm here! Claire? Oh. Oh.
Since we needed the lockpick to get in here, I think there's just ammunition down. I forgot the lighter. One of the weird things is that even if you know an object is like on a shelf, you need to light an area in some cases to actually see it. See the lighter. I think. Oh, come on. Soccer ball head. No, so it doesn't go up. Oh. I gotta quit forgetting things. I haven't played this game in so long that I just keep forgetting important things. Of course, the game doesn't tell you that you need to pick up or bring the valve with you, right? You're just supposed to figure it out. So nasty. The good news is that the way that the spiders interact with the environment, they're really easy to
Who are you? Oh, I see. Another spy sent by Umbrella, right? Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's G-Virus, aren't you? You are tenacious, I'll give you that.
Husband? Then you must be Annette. Sherry's mother?
What?
Sherry's wandering around alone in the sewers. You have to help me find her.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station. What's she doing here? William will be after her.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is none other than my own husband.
Origin story.
This way.
It's sheer perfection. My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop it! You might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William! Oh my! Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there! Shoot it! Eat this, you freak! The guns aren't stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! Son of a...
And then I guess the implication is that the rats brought the T-Virus to the city for zombies?
So those rats were the carriers of the virus?
As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. I tried to save him, but I'm afraid it's already too late.
But...
And that's not even the entire story. Every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other life forms. That's why he's after Sherry.
What are you trying to say?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to reject the embryo. But since Sherry is his daughter, that possibility is non-existent. It's an inherent survival instinct.
Ah! It's Sherry! You go that way.
I forgot how much evil bad guy monologuing goes on. Typewriter save spot. This might be a boss. I can't remember. Sherry!
Sherry!
Giant That's it, you blow his head off. It's basically just like in the remake. It's this weird thing where it could be the super dangerous boss, but instead it's just like a minor inconvenience.
Come on, wake up, Sherry.
My stomach. It hurts.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. Come on, let's go.
And believe it or not, we're almost done with the sewer system, which is great because the sewers are they're awkward. I don't like them, but it's much shorter than the remake. For whatever reason, they decided in Resident Evil 2 remake to really focus on the sewers, and it's just the worst. Like, there's no reason to spend time in the sewers, as long as they choose to do. God damn it, Sherry. Come on, Sherry. Daughter of two of the smartest people in the world, creators of T and G virus. Can't see me when I walk more than 10 feet away. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sherry's the worst. Come on, Cher. That's it. Sewers are over super quick. which I don't have with me, but if you use a lighter here, it lights up this corner. I guess we don't need to see it. We can just pick it up. Pick up the weapons with this key. So we can like pick up this ridiculously giant item, and I can't remember if it's something good or not. It might be one of those items where it's like looks fancy but it's useless. I can't remember. Oh goddamn sure. There's the other weapon I I'm just being silly. Paying attention. Flame rounds really are useless against anything but plants, if I remember correctly, so just gonna take it. Was there a key in that room? So fire 10 bullets. That was silly. Down we go to Umbrella's Corporation Laboratory.
Claire, my stomach hurts.
Hang in there, Sherry. Her forehead's burning up. I've got to hurry before the embryos pupate.
Screw you, buddy. I guess that was the second boss fight.
Sherry,
Claire?
Oh, you're finally awake.
Isn't this...
That's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe.
Thank you, Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me
It's always fun.
because of their work. I grew up alone,
She's like 10.
but now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
Sherry. Rest here for a bit. I'll be right back as soon as I found the antidote for you.
Okay, 2 spaces. Now we're close to the end of the game. Really, this is just the last part. Just find the antidote, fight the bad guy, get out. I will try this. Better to come back and clean up things. Okay, gotta go make a scene. First aid spray, we don't need that. Okay, fuse casing. And fuse. Thank you, computer. So Laboratory. Yeah. Maybe I just have to push this button. Can I shoot this? Yes. Ooh, I might die here. I really should have saved. I keep saying that. It's double the Oh, super liquors. Regular liquors are red. These guys are brown. They're just stronger. I came in here for a key card. Did I not come in here for a key card? Get this lock. Huh. This doesn't go anywhere, right? Yeah. Can't go that way. I must have missed it. Maybe it was on that body. Am I imagining this key card? I must be. So plants, not dangerous, just annoying because they can poison you. And if you have poison, you have to go for the herbs. It's just a pain in the ass. Remember, there's 2 herbs here if we need it. That's it, 2? There are. Try to kill this guy. Weapon box key. No? Okay. Didn't like the way I did it. Just like the police station, tons of backtracking. Go all the way to the end of the lab, get a key card, all the way back, get a vaccine, come back here again, make the vaccine.
Annette!
You killed William. I'll never forgive you for that.
Wait!
I've just prepared a sample of the G-Virus. And this time, no one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll pupate. And if that happens, then Sherry won't...
What? William...
So one thing we can agree on is that Annette's character in Resident Evil Remake is so much better. She's you know, logical, smart, kicks the crap out of William. Okay, this creepy egg room is the moth room. It's really, really important, but it's optional. This is where it gets interesting for Leon. So this is the part where the two playthroughs intersecting pays off, but this is totally optional. So you have to come in here, which you're not prompted to do. Just say you want to use a computer. Just go guest. I think it has to be guest. You have to register your fingerprint. And then we're gonna go try and open a door upstairs. And you can see it, it's this picture in the background here, this camera. It's a secret room. It's just like an Easter egg, shows like specimens from Resident Evil 1 and has a bunch of ammo. But Claire doesn't access it, you can only access it in the second playthrough.
is still alive.
Yee.
He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here.
It just tells me to do it. Go find the vaccine base and put it in the machine.
Save my daughter. And tell her I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Annette!
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Of course, if you're wondering why did they self-destruct, because Leon is fighting Mr. X and causing all kinds of problems, which we'll do in the next one.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform. All employees proceed to the bottom platform. All employees proceed to the bottom platform. All employees proceed to the bottom.
Leon, you made it!
Claire? Is that you? Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor. But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
It's funny in retrospect, Claire's being all, hardcore, look at all the crazy stuff I'm doing, I've got loose ends to tie up, and then when he plays Leon, he's actually fighting much harder. That's good. But this is where that cool intersection comes in, because then when he plays Leon, he registers his fingerprint as a guest, he comes up, you've already done it as a player, and you go to the room as Leon. He gets automatic.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform.
Secret.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform.
If I didn't explain it before, the sort of yellowish rounds of the grenade launcher are acid rounds, which is the strongest. Grenade rounds are fine.
Until detonation.
on, Sherry, wake up! Wake up! Please wake up!
Claire? Where am I?
It worked!
Oh, Sherry, you're gonna be okay.
Leon has no context of the situation. It's like, yeah.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Ah, my God has protected you. It will always be with you.
Claire.
Sherry.
Such a happy ending. And then, not to spoil things, but when we play Leon's side, more happens after this. More fighting, which is great. So let's see if we can jump ahead to the results screen. Do we have to sit through this whole thing? Okay, well, I'm probably gonna figure out how to just cut ahead the video because it's a whole lot of nothing. Did I sit through this every time I played the game? Crazy. So yeah, that's basically it. As you can see, most of the time, like the video, like an hour and a half, is basically trying to get from the police station to the police station, from the police station, and then we're in the sewers for like 10 minutes, and then we're in the final lab for like 20 minutes. Like, it's very difficult at time rush, whereas in eBay, it's like you can fly to the police station, and then you're in the sewers for way too long, and then you're in the lab for a bit of time. But yeah, now we'll check out Leon's playthrough, which we'll do next. There's a ton of overlap, so I'll see it again to all community, but it's just the other side of the story, which is a ton of fun. Leon also gets way better guns, much more fun weapons. So it's everybody's got some fun weapons that ranking in this game is mostly based on time, saves, deaths, and first aid sprays used. If you don't use first aid sprays, you're good. Under 2.5 hours is, I think, the highest rank. I don't know what our time was. Our time wasn't great, but I mean, less than 6 hours. Do we ever see Sherry again? 228, 2 saves. Is A the highest, or is there an S? I can't even remember. Anyways, there we go. So now we say thanks for the rank, and we save our game. And this is what blew my mind. Little 14-year-old. Ooh. Check item box for a rocket launcher. Huh. Don't remember getting that. I'm sure I had it when I was younger, I just don't remember. The infinite rocket launcher, it's not that it's not fun, but you have to like, it's slow, it's like a big pickup every time. Leon B00. Yee. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching The Scary House. Well, we're pretty much going to keep going right away with Leon's story, so yeah.